Joe, a very big history here at Arsenal. Haven't won the league in 7 years until today. How did it feel to break that duck at a big club like Arsenal?
Yeah, look, it's an amazing achievement, and I credit everyone involved. I didn't realise it was that long, to be honest. I haven't looked at sort of that history, but to do it in the way we did it was very pleasing, and I'm already thinking about what's to come. To be honest, I'm already thinking about that we've created a base now that we need to take on and keep continuing to do this.
And I spoke to Louise Quinn last week about kind of a little bit of nervous energy seemed to creep in, perhaps against Birmingham and Everton. And she said to me, Brighton's just another game that we want to win, just like all the others. Did you address that kind of that sense of nervous energy, or did you just treat it like any other game today?
No, I think the way we want to play, keeping the ball a high intensity game, a high press game, and that sort of level, you're always going to have little pockets where you're going to tire, and we even saw it at the start of the first half, start of the second half today. So it's something that we've just got to manage better. We've just got to manage that better. But we were not nervous. We prepared. They knew exactly their roles, and to be honest, we were all very, very calm coming into all the games.
And a final question from me before I shut up. Obviously, a lot of the attention's been on Vivian Miedema this season for probably for good reason, but there have been lots of really good individual performances this season throughout the team, particularly with the injury situation. Does the injury situation, the fact you've really had to rely on a core of 13 or 14 players, make this an even more exceptional triumph?
Yeah, look, I'll leave the pundits to decide whether it is. I mean, as I said, the injuries, I've never made excuses for the injuries, nor do I never make excuses for the injuries. They're part of football, and they're the things that we have to put up with. The biggest word that I use is just adaptability. And you've seen from the day that I've come in, we've made wingers into fullbacks, we've made centre backs into holding midfielders, so on and so on. So once you've got that fluidity, once you've got that adaptability, everyone knows their role. And as I said before, it's we're prepared and we plan for every game. And the players that needed to step up, did the role. Well, the sad thing about the injuries is that we really feel for the players that couldn't participate and be involved. And Jordan's one of them. Vicky Schneiderbeck, we got it back late. Tabea Keme. It was hard to manage, but look, as I said, it's part of the building of a solid foundation, a solid squad.
It must give you real pleasure to beat the likes of Manchester City and Chelsea to this title.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, they've set the bar. They've set the bar over the last 3-4 years, and Arsenal needs to be at that level. It needs to be at that level, and we put some strategies in place when I arrived, and we put some long-term planning in place when I arrived, and I'm happy that it's probably happened a little bit earlier than what we thought. But I think I think these discussions more need to be about women's football in England and how big it is and how important it is, and the growth of the game and the quality of football is just incredible.
And it's getting harder and harder, won't it? Next season, Manchester United are in this division.
Every game is hard in this league. Every game is hard because you play against different systems, different structures. Even today, we had to find a solution against a team that was quite deep defensively. They dropped off. They allowed us to have the ball, and we had to find a solution. And they're the challenges every week, and that's a credit to the game, where teams are now really investing in the way going forward, but also investing in the type of football and the way they want to play football. And as I said, for me, it's a challenge every week.
And also a record crowd here for a Women's Super League game.
There you go. You're asking me these rhetorical questions at the growth of the game. It's fantastic, isn't it? It's brilliant. Brilliant.
You mentioned that the success came a bit quicker than you thought it would. Why do you think that is?
Usually building squads, usually building foundations, usually building mentality, attitudes does take a good 2 years, 18 months to 2 years. But the belief in the squad, the belief in the way we do things, everything we do, the language we use, the care that they've got for each other, the love that they've got for each other is just amazing, and I'm blessed to be part of a group that is really, really special.
What makes this group so special?
They care for each other. They care for each other. Let's put the football aside. They go out together. They really, it was so evident when we had a lot of injuries that the players really felt for the players that couldn't train, that couldn't partake, that couldn't be involved. And it was amazing. And as I said, once you've got those as foundations and they really love playing the game, you'll always get success.
Obviously, like Tim said, Vivian's probably going to get a lot of the attention for her goal scoring. But like we saw earlier, she did create some chances and dropped back into midfield sometimes. Do you think that's a part of a game that goes a bit unnoticed and should get more praise?
Of course. I mean, yeah, I understand commentary, and I understand that you watch the ball and you watch what happens with the ball and the person that scores the goal. But every once in a while, take your eye off the ball and watch the movements she makes off the ball. She's an intelligent player. She'll create space for someone else. It might drag a player out for someone else to get in. I mean, the second goal, Katie McCabe, it was all her. She pulled someone away, and we worked on it this week. She's pulled someone away. Katie McCabe's gone in with a deep run and scored.